Hello! It's a Monday that I was supposed to be spending at school. Today was supposed to be my second to last day of school, but school was cancelled because there's a massive heat wave going on right now and I am kind of dying. But I'm going to be powering through because my plan for today is to start reading The Song of Achilles. Finally, I've been wanting to read this book for a very long time, so I'm really looking forward to finally starting this. Last night I finished a different book, Picture Us in the Light, and it was so good. I'm like still mentally recovering from it. So I'm going to be going from that book to this book, which I think has a lot of potential to become a new favorite or a 4.5 5-star read. I hope it's freaking amazing because I've seen this book be recommended so many times that I've been wanting to read it since I first heard about it, like probably close to 2 years ago now. Last year I read Circe by Madeline Miller and that book was not a favorite. I think I ended up giving it like 2.5 stars. Something about it just did not work for me at all. I was like forcing myself to get through it, but I think that out of Madeline Miller's two currently published books, The Song of Achilles sounds much more like something that I would enjoy. I am going into this preparing and anticipating to be completely emotionally destroyed. I am ready to cry. I hope I cry because I love books that make me cry. So I'm already dying from just sitting here with my fan turned off and my window closed so that my neighbors don't hear me and so that my fan isn't super loud. So I'm gonna go now. I don't think I'm gonna start reading this right away. I think I'm gonna start reading it later, but I will update you once I have something to say. It's like 3 and I'm melting, and I'm about to eat some nachos. And I have not read any of The Song of Achilles yet, but I'm going to sometime today. And also, school has been canceled for tomorrow, my last day of school, so my school year is basically over. I don't know. I don't have much to say other than it is hot. I am sweating. I'm gonna eat this and hopefully not melt. Hello again. I have started The Song of Achilles and I have reached page 50 something. I can already very confidently say that I think this book is going to be a 5-star because I'm already absolutely loving it from the first 50 pages I read yesterday. When I actually sit down to read it, I'm going to talk about the more specific things that I'm really enjoying, but just overall, I'm really enjoying this right now. Basically, every single line just feels like a work of art in here because I'm not far in at all, but I already feel such a deep connection to these two characters, and I don't know how she does it. I don't know how Madeline Miller has managed to do that in like 60 pages, but I know that I'm in for a wild ride. I'm gonna get back to reading this, except I actually think I'm gonna leave soon to go get lunch, but that doesn't matter. I'll be back sometime soon. It's currently 3:23. I've just finished my lunch and I'm about to go get some iced coffee and sit down to continue reading this, which I have not made any indent from like 2 hours ago. However, I'm faced with a dilemma because I'm trying to decide if I want to start annotating this, because I have never read a book where I started off the bat and annotated it. When I was reading The Secret History by Donna Tartt, a little over the halfway point, I was enjoying it so much and I felt like I had so much to like say about the book. So I started annotating it using color tabs, but also using like a pencil to underline and write stuff. And for Picture Us in the Light, I decided after reading it, like after finishing it, that I was going to go and find my favorite parts and annotate them, which I did the stuff at the very end and I did stuff starting from the beginning, but like all the middle I've yet to go through, like just skimming the pages and finding my favorite scenes. I think I am going to start annotating this because I feel like as I read it, I'm only going to get more invested and have more things I want to like keep note of upon my first read, because like I said, I've never experienced that. Like I've never annotated a book from the very beginning on like my first read through of it to really document all the things I was feeling or thinking while reading it for the very first time. And I don't think I'm going to use like any sort of annotating system. There are quotes from this book that I've seen that I'm like eagerly waiting for them to show up because I think that they're just going to shatter me when I read them in the context of this actual book and not just like on their own. So yeah, I guess I'm going to start annotating this and like annotate the stuff that I've already read and then continue on, hopefully. Hello! It is currently 9:17. I've read 50 pages so far today. I'm currently on page 150, chapter 14. This is what my tabs look like right now. I'm now sitting down to like hopefully read up to page 300 because I want to finish this book tomorrow, and there's like, wait. What? Hold on. I think I thought this book was like 450 pages long. I don't know, my math is messed up. Basically, I just want to read a fat chunk of this right now. I don't know what that means, over 100 pages. I want to just like sit down and hopefully get like really invested in the story and just like fly through it, although it's kind of hard to fly through it when you're like stopping every 5 seconds to underline something because it makes you go, I need to mark this line because it makes me feel things. Okay, I think my goal for today is 250, which is like 100 pages starting now, because I think I can read like 100 pages tomorrow to finish this, which I am not ready to finish this because it's gonna make me cry. I can confidently say that right now. So I'm a bit nervous about the ending of this because if I'm tabbing this much, who knows what's gonna happen to me. Madeline Miller really knows how to put in like those 1 to 3 lines that just like hit you, and they're just placed so well, and it just makes me go like, and I love a book that does that. I love like those one-liners that just make you stop and go, wow. Okay, I just got a freezy that I'm about to start eating, but I'm currently on page 167 and I am literally losing it, and I am scared for what is going to happen at the end of this book because this already, literally just the discussion of what could potentially happen is making me like feel things and like just get, I don't know, just feel things. I'm just gonna read the book and then we'll see what happens to me. Hello, I am wearing a dress today, which is something I don't typically do. It is like 4-something p.m. and I'm just now sitting down to continue reading this and hopefully end up finishing it. I'm not entirely prepared to read the ending, like the last 100 pages, because I know I'm gonna cry. I just know it. You know what? I feel like this whole video has just been me doing too much talking and not enough like actual showing. So I'm gonna stop talking about what I think is gonna happen. Instead, I'm just gonna start reading. Hi, it is now 7:30 and I have managed to read, I think, 60 pages. I have basically 100 pages left before I finish this, and I'm ready to just sit down and just read it. So I am really enjoying seeing how Achilles is acting now that he's actually in a war and like fighting and killing people and becoming this war hero that everyone has expected him to become, and how Patroclus is watching Achilles change from the person that he knew when they were younger to now as he's murdering a bunch of people. I'm just gonna sit down and read. I don't think I understand what is happening with this war like at all. I think I'm just along for the ride. God, I'm just stressed out while reading this because I'm just waiting for something to happen. Oh my. I'm still waiting for there to be the quote, "He is half my soul," as the poets say, and I just know when that shows up, I'm gonna lose it. Oh my god. I swear to God, the songs that come on shuffle when I am reading every single time perfectly align with what I'm reading, because right now, Young God, Live from Webster Hall by Halsey has come on, and it just... Young God, are you kidding me? Like, oh my god, just Achilles as a character, just I think Achilles may be one of my new all-time favorite book characters, just because I think he's so well written, or just such a fascinating and complex character, I guess. I need to tab this. I don't know what I'm doing. They're 27? I mean, that makes sense, but what? Oh my god. Remember when I said I was gonna scream when I saw "He is half of my soul," as the poet sang? I think I'm gonna go eat a freezy and take a minor break, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna crush out these last 60 pages. And probably cry at least once. Okay, it is time for me to finish Song of Achilles. I have this much left of actual pages to read, and I am scared. We're just gonna read it. I just need to calm down. I'm like too stressed out right now. No. Okay. Okay. Just Achilles as a character. Young God by Halsey just came on again. The regular version. I have to go with the page. There was a line that I read earlier today, and when I saw it, I was like, this is foreshadowing. I knew it. Okay, hold on. I knew. I can't even get the job. Oh my god. Chapter 31 time, I guess. No! Oh my god. Not the snakes! The snake and the water snake and LB snakes and the way this is narrated? Are you kidding? Why am I not crying? Is it because there's a camera on me? I'm not sure, because I don't know why I'm not crying. Why? Why am I not crying? I'm honestly so confused. I don't understand why I'm not. Did I set myself up for failure? Or like, I don't know. I have like 8 pages left and my eyes are dry. I just finished and I didn't shed a single tear. I don't know. I think I need a moment to process this and wonder why it didn't emotionally affect me the way I thought it would. I'll probably be back with more cohesive thoughts tomorrow. Hello, it is now 2 days after I finished reading The Song of Achilles, and my opinions have definitely changed since I last talked to you, and I feel much more confident in my thoughts about this book. It turns out that it did make me cry, because after I filmed my last update where I was like, oh my god, why did I not cry? Like an hour later before I went to bed, I read like the last 40 pages and I was like crying. And I was like crying. And my love for this story grew so much. So for my rating, I settled upon a 4.5 star, which for me means that I really, really like that book. 5 stars are very rare for me to give out, but a 4.5 is like a really solid, like, this book was really, really, really good. I think the reason why I didn't cry initially when I read the ending and when I was recording myself was because I was recording myself, and I think that even though I thought like, oh, I have no problem crying on camera, like that doesn't bother me, I think I just set myself up for failure for so many different reasons. First of all, just like being so sure that I was going to cry. Second of all, reading the last like 60 pages all in one sweep when typically I like to take breaks in between reading. So I think near the end I was just trying to like get to the part that would make me cry, or like waiting for a moment to happen. So I think I was reading too fast and I wasn't like soaking in every single word, because when I reread the ending, I think that's what truly made me cry, was I like really took my time while reading it, and I took many pauses where I just started to think about other things that happened in the book like earlier on, and like I basically just put the picture together and then I was just like losing it, crying. My favorite thing about this book, I think, is the character development of Achilles and Patroclus and the way that their relationship develops over the course of the book, and then ultimately the ending. I set myself up like saying I was gonna cry, saying I thought this was gonna be a new favorite, saying all these different things, and having so many like prior expectations to reading this. I think that I should have tried harder to like just go into it and see what happens, just take in the story. But despite that, I still managed to thoroughly enjoy this. And I definitely felt emotionally affected by it, but only when I reread the pages. I find it so funny that I said I was like so confident I was gonna cry, and then I didn't cry, and then I was like, oh my god, why did I not cry? Am I broken? And then I reread the ending, and then I was just like sitting there on my bed, turning into a bit of an emotional mess because of this book, because this book is just so well done in so many different aspects, and this book has been lingering in my brain since I finished it 2 days ago. Like, I feel like this is a book that is not going to drift away from my mind. I think it is a book that is going to stay with me for a long time, and I feel like now I'm gonna see so many different things that are gonna make me think of what happens in here. Yeah, I think this is a story that is going to stick with me, and I am really glad that I read it, and it truly is a beautiful book that I highly recommend. So thank you so much for watching. Go read this book if you haven't already, and goodbye.